It is Monday. It's a little after 4 o'clock, which means it's time for Monday Mirages. Kaz is going to throw out a suggestion, and then we will all discuss whether it's real, meaning it's something that is a true statement and will continue to happen, or mirage. Forget about it. It's all fake.
Let's get crazy right off the bat. In fact, you're going to love it. Real or mirage, the New York Yankees are the best team in baseball right now.
They are the hottest team, yes. The most fun to watch, I'd say yes. The best, I'm going to have to, at this point, say mirage. It burns me, stings me down in my dinglies. But at the same time, I will say that Orioles have a better record. Astros, Tigers, I would put them with the best, but I wouldn't call them the best.
Okay. As of now, I had the Yankees 5th. I could hear a solid argument for 3rd.
5?
Yeah, top 5 team in the majors. That's pretty good.
All right. Record-wise, the Orioles, Astros, and Tigers have the edge.
They do. But
Who else?
I would put the Astros above them, and I would still put the Cubs above them. I think the Cubs
Astros
are better.
are in there.
Right, but I would put the Cubs above the Yankees, even though the Yankees have a better record.
So you push them forward the 5th.
Yeah. I think the Cubs can still beat the Yankees in this series coming up.
Please. Cubs, what have they done? What have they done?
World Series champs.
Yeah, right.
I would at least say this. I'd say the Yankees and Orioles, even though I root for the Orioles, the Yankees have had a better offensive streak so far, and the bullpen's better. So they do have a little bit over the Orioles early on in the season. So that's not an easy Baltimore over New York just because of a half of a game.
If I tweak it slightly, are the Yankees the best home team in baseball?
Yes.
The answer is real. Because, yeah, they're 6-0. Only 2 teams undefeated at home right now. The Yankees and the Braves.
Wow, the Braves have yet to lose in the new ballpark
3-0. Fartolo went out and got it done.
And you would have thought Cleveland probably be in the mix, but Cleveland's sitting in the bottom right now of the AL Central, so I can't even put them in the mix. Can't do it.
I still would, if you asked me, hand on a Bible, which team is better, I'd still put Cleveland above the Yankees. Right now. But the hottest team in baseball? That's your New York Yankees, kids. You can hear it right here on 104.5 The Team tonight when they take on the White Sox.
All right, that's pretty soon, a couple hours. Let's look deep into the horizon for a Real or Mirage here. Real or Mirage, the New York Rangers will go farther than any other New York professional sports franchise this season. Real or Mirage?
That is sadly a mirage. It's sadly a mirage because either the Yankees or the Mets will go farther. Maybe both. I think the Rangers are done in this series. It's funny that everything I love about Golden State and San Antonio in basketball, I hate about the Rangers in hockey. Like Golden State and San Antonio, we're going to give up a good shot to get a great shot. The Rangers are like, pass. Take a shot on goal, for God's sake! Oh, my God. I backhanded pat. Nobody's there. Stop passing and shoot!
Here's the tricky part about this, and I'm leaning towards real for this. The Mets and the Yankees have to get to the playoffs, and just numbers-wise, it's easier to get to the NHL playoffs than it is the MLB playoffs. There's a longer season. Things can go wrong. The fact that the Rangers are already in the first round may be good enough to beat the Yankees and the Mets, may be good enough to beat the Jets. The only one I kind of pause on is the Giants. The Giants have a really good team upcoming this fall. That's going to end around December. I'm going to lean for the Rangers for now as a real. Just for now.
Now I've got 3 teams I'm going to have go farther. When you bring up the Giants. I think all 3 of those teams will go out of the first round of their playoffs.
Okay. All right. I'll say this one for next. We'll go to New York Mets. Juris Familia is actually the most important pitcher for the New York Mets this season. Real or Mirage? Now, don't forget, they blew a lead just on Saturday, Miami Marlins. Mets had a good outing by the starting pitchers. No Familia to be found. Mets bullpen blows the lead, and they end up losing that game to Miami.
So you're not saying best, you're saying most important.
Most important.
I'm going to go real. Especially modern day baseball, where just knowing that all I have to do is duct tape and bubble gum through my way through 8 innings and it's gone. Yeah, I'd say real. I'll go real on that.
The bullpen is still the position in baseball where you can have this great team. I remember the San Francisco Giants from a few years ago. They had every piece. Great starting pitching. Good defensive team. Good enough at the plate. They turned it over to that bullpen, man. Everything blew up. They couldn't do anything for the Giants bullpen.
Who was it? Was it not Mike Mayak? It was somebody who used to come on the show a lot. He would just tweet out a picture of a dumpster fire every time they went to the bullpen. Can't remember who it was. But yeah, it was the end.
It might have been Jeff Schwartz, because he's a California guy.
No, it was definitely a broadcaster. Schwartz would just he would just facepalm every time it went. Because yeah, it's just something. Kansas City has proven it. You're seeing it right now with the Yankees, and the bullpen is more important than I think it's ever been before.
If Familia goes out 2, maybe 3 times a week, and I get he'll throw less overall pitches per week than a starting pitcher. But if he can save games for you, which are the job of the closer, to save the game, that importance level is huge. And right now,
it just shortens the game.
Right,
it's easier for the manager.
Yeah, and as of right now, nobody's stepped up. Nobody's been the guy to say, you know what, while Familia's gone, I'll be the one to take over. I'll be the one to make sure they don't blow the games. I'm with you, too. I think it's real on this one. Real or Mirage? The Washington Wizards are the only team that can test the Cleveland Cavaliers in the Eastern Conference playoffs.
Ooh, I'm going to go Mirage because you said test, not beat.
Mm-hmm.
I think Washington could, in the right circumstance, actually win a series. But I think the Pacers are going to test. They may lose quickly, but each one of those games is going to be a lot more fun to watch than you realize.
It's going to be a fight, right? And also the Hawks and Wizards series that's going on now. Paul Millsap has called it basically a fight, an MMA style. The Wizards have guards like Bradley Beal and John Wall who can make plays going to the basket. But some of the big guys down low, like Gortat and others, like to get physical. I like the Wizards to get all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals and play Cleveland in that matchup. And then that would be really good. Really, truly, LeBron James' only rivalry in his career has been with his early days with the Cavaliers when they used to battle with the Wizards. I'd like to see that. The Wizards can push this team. Boston losing to Chicago, I get there were things off the court that affected that game, but Boston hasn't impressed me enough to think that they can take the next step. Toronto got beat by Milwaukee. It'd be fun to see Milwaukee make a run with Giannis the Greek Freak Antetokounmpo. But they're still a little bit away. They might be one player away. I think it's Washington. I'll go real here as well. Demetrius Johnson, the flyweight champion of the world. He tied Anderson Silva's record for most consecutive title defenses Saturday night in the UFC. Demetrius Johnson is a top 3 UFC fighter of all time. Real or Mirage?
Real, but who cares?
No, don't do that to Mighty Mouse.
No, I'm sorry. It's true. As a matter of fact, he might be the best pound-for-pound fighter we've ever seen, but nobody's watching. Nobody pays attention. When you're that, did you say it was his 10th title?
No, I think it was 9th. 9th or 10th.
9th or 10th?
I think it was 9th.
I think it's, listen, was that historic? Yeah, no, it's his 10th because he joined
Anderson Silva?
Yeah, as the only guys to defend their
9th
title.
going into it, you're right, correct.
And they put it on a fight night? It's not even pay-per-view? Come on, man. So, Real, one of the best players you and I have ever seen. Sadly, no one else is watching. So Real, but who cares?
George St. Pierre's in that mix. Anderson Silva's in the mix. And I said top 3 because Demetrius Johnson. I would put Ronda and John Jones in the mix, but both of their careers have been stalled a bit. And even Conor McGregor, for as good as he's been, he hasn't stacked up the wins in dominant fashion like Demetrius Johnson has in his career. It's Real. I would like to find someone to be his rival. And that's what's tough about Demetrius Johnson. Everyone's going to say, well, if he goes to 135, yes, we're talking about 135 pounds, he might get his butt kicked by other people.
I would have had to fight him in like 6th grade. That was when we weighed the same.
But that's not fair to him. You can't tell a guy who's a fighter to go up weight classes and not get pummeled. And that happens to anybody. Look at what happened to McGregor when he fought Diaz.
No, I'm telling you, he is maybe the best pound-for-pound fighter ever. Problem is, nobody's watching. Don't matter. You know, you could be the best shooter in the history of basketball, but if you're in a gym by yourself, nobody cares.
He demanded at the end of that fight, by the way, for $1 million payday from Dana White, and I thought, bro, you're not getting paid $1 million? Like,
right.
You're one of the best fighters of all time. You haven't hit the $1 million yet? What's going on?
He's not even on pay-per-view.
I think Dana White's bullying him a bit. Like, I'm going to tell you how you're going to get paid. The noogies him in the corner.
That's the age-old question. Every time guys see a small fighter, can I take him? He's small. Can I take him? I don't know. He's... Like I said, I love that guy. I think he's got a great sense of humor. I think he's one of the best fighters. Like my co-host when I met him gave him a girl's Bud Light shirt because he said it was the only one that we had that would fit. Didn't even do it to insult him. I was offended for him. He laughed it off. But, no, again, you're not even... You're defending your title for the 10th time, and you're not even a pay-per-view?
Ugh.
Ronda had a pay-per-view like getting her nails done.
Last one here. The Fate of the Furious, this new movie that's out in theaters, should be the highest grossing international movie of all time. If you've read the reports, the Fate of the Furious movie is on pace to be the highest grossing film in the world's history. It may or may not be the highest grossing American film in history. We're talking about one of the Fast and the Furious movies. Would be our representation of the greatest American film of all time. Help me here. Real or Mirage?
It's real, and it's really disturbing.
No, it shouldn't be. No.
I mean, first...
You can still go to Mirage. Like, switch, hurry.
If it makes the most money, and it's going to make the most money, which I don't understand. I mean, you got Rock, it's like the Expendables when they were all young. You know what I mean? Like that's the only problem with the movie The Expendables is Stallone and everybody are old now. Imagine if you had made that movie in like 85.
Are we that simple-minded in America?
Yes.
We're just cool cars, good-looking people, and
Things
explosions.
blow up. Yeah, buddy.
We'll go.
I gotta be honest with you, I don't think I've ever seen... I've seen the first one. I've seen like 3 of them. I
think I've seen 3 too. I might have seen 2. I actually went to theaters for 1 for sure, for possible.
And I almost can guarantee. I haven't seen this one. I can guarantee you. I know how this ends.
How does it end?
Well, I can guarantee you that Vin Diesel isn't evil on purpose. She has something on him, and then we're gonna find out at the end. He's gonna get that back, and he's gonna be good again at the end.
Geez, spoiler alert!
I didn't see it. I just know there's no way Vin Diesel's going to let himself be the bad guy in that movie.
You know who has to be really jealous of the Fast and the Furious, the Fate of the Furious
Paul
here?
Walker, I'll slap you.
No, not the late Paul Walker.
R.I.P., sir.
Vin Diesel of The Rock. Because that was his role, to be the juiced-up meathead.
They hate each other allegedly in real life.
Makes sense. Because The Rock's a big dude.
You saying The Rock juices?
I'm just saying he looks like he is juiced up. I'm not saying he does.
Did you ever see his workout?
I'm sure. What, did he like J.J. Watt? He's posted it on Instagram?
I have a J.J. Watt story for you if you want.
Vin Diesel wants to be The Rock in real life. That's his thing. Like, that's his baby, Fast and the Furious. The Rock's being better than Vin Diesel. And that's got to bother Vin Diesel.
But Vin Diesel has the better superhero character.
This could be the highest-selling movie ever in the history of the world.
One's Groot, and the other one's Black Adam. I mean, come on. Which one would you rather be?
This is really over. Monday Mirages.
I can do this all day.